Hello, beautiful air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Welcome to my channel, Tarot by the Intuitive Teacup. That's me. My name's Annie. I am stoked to have all you air signs with me. We're going to do 3 individual tarot readings, one for each of you. We're going to go backwards, so it's going to be Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Timestamps right down below if you want to hop right to yours, but I welcome you to stay for all of them. If you're into that, you may learn something, or if you have strong Gemini, Libra, Aquarius in your chart, let's do it. So my general spiel as I'm shuffling up here, these are general messages here on YouTube. Not everything I say will resonate with every earth sign. Interesting. Air sign is what I meant to say, but who's dealing with an earth sign? Not everything will resonate with every air sign out there. Please come into these readings with an open heart and an open mind. That's always a good idea in any tarot reading. Knowing, though, that you are in control, you are in the driver's seat, everybody has free will. You can choose to take on these energies, take advantage of them, work with them, or you can simply push it aside and say, nope, that's not my message. Again, free will, that is your prerogative. Just like the Bobby Brown song, I'm dating myself, just like the Britney Spears songs for all the younger folk out there. Everything else about this video down in the description box below for you. It's going to list everything you want to know. The decks I'm using here today, how to contact me for our personal social media links. I am annoyingly active on Instagram, but I do love it. So if you're looking to connect with me on other platforms, definitely Instagram, Facebook a little bit as well. That's kind of it. These are going to be general love messages. So the person you are thinking of, if you're not currently thinking of a person, this may or may not be your message. It may resonate for you in the future, or it may be a confirmation on something that has already transpired in your past. All right, Aquarius, let's do it. Let's timestamp for Aquarius. Let's hop in. Aquarius, this deck is speaking to me. I feel it. Well, 8 of Cups energy, all right? So it could be that someone you're waiting on is going to be coming forward soon, or it could be somebody is exiting a relationship where the love is no longer sustainable. Let's see. Now, I think someone's coming up on you. I think you're not expecting it either. If you've been very busy and active working on, I don't even know if it's career. It could be work in a sense of, yes, building a career or just focusing on work activities. For most of you, it actually feels like arts and crafts and hobbies and playing musical instruments or doing yoga seminars via YouTube or something like that. It feels like a project that you take a lot of personal pride in, something you just do for yourself, whether it's attached to money or not. Doing something that when you're very in your element and you're not even focused on love, something about that, it draws someone to you. And there's a curiosity, but you're not sure of their intentions. I think in a sense you're in your head about it. You're sort of like, like, are they flirting with me? Or is that even possible? No, it couldn't have been. It's something about like you're talking yourself out of what you already know to be true. And I mean, let's be real, I'm doing a love reading. So for a lot of you, this probably has to do with that emotion you're feeling or sensing. There's something there. You have 2 cards indicating cups and love. But this, maybe you're questioning it because the person coming forward to, I would say flirt, in sort of a non-suggestive way. It's very like getting to know someone. It's not very what is the term, like over-sexualized. It's, you know, like if the fact is that you're unclear what their intentions are, that's what I mean. It's not like very obvious. I think that's the word I was looking for. It's not obvious flirtation. It's just subtle gestures here and there, or messaging you every so often where you're like, oh, is there something more here, or is this just a friendship thing? I think a lot of you have written this person off because you know that they're already in another relationship, or there's something complicated about their status or their life where you don't see them in a place where they're looking for love. But guess what, Aquarius? They are, particularly a young water sign, a Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. This person may have a child or work with children or be very involved in doing something for children or something of that sort. Or that could be you as well. A lot of you, if you're working in the garden or doing anything, I'm sort of seeing hands digging in the earth. So my gut reaction to that is gardening. Planting seeds, doing any sort of, you know, if you got a green thumb, agriculture, maybe you live on a farm and you're feeding the chickens or whatever it is. Yeah, something about your hands digging in the earth. Maybe you're just recentering yourself. Maybe you're at the beach and putting your fingers in the sand. Something about that, it's very healing. And for a lot of you, it does have to do with, it's like your pastime or your hobby. It's your activity. It's your outlet of fun. It's where you find fun and peace and relaxation. It's possible that there could be an interaction in or around that space, or that this connection has something to do with you doing that hobby you love. Maybe you're networking, maybe you're watching, like YouTube tutorials on a certain type of thing, and in the comments you connect with somebody. Do you understand what I mean? This connection comes in a place where you're not expecting it or anticipating it. But you're very in your head about it, about whether they're actually interested in you. And the thing is, I'm not sure you actually know how you feel about it too, because it just kind of fell into your lap. There's a lot of like, oh, well, do I even view that person in a romantic light? There's also a part of you that feels very exhausted, Aquarius. There's a part of you that seems like, it's like, I don't know if it's a struggle to get out of bed, but there's something about like, I'm too exhausted to pursue a relationship, or I'm tired. I don't want to have to work for it. I don't want it. And so there's give and take to that. I don't want to work for it. Any relationship, there's going to be a certain amount of work, right? But I will say, and I for those who know me, I'm not going to promise you the sun and the stars and the moon. That's just not how I deliver my tarot readings. I view it through a lens of practicality, of logic, of intuition. Yes, I'm here to give you positive messages. So the reason I mention that is this is untraditionally what I would tell you in tarot, but there's something about this relationship that it almost does kind of fall into your lap. This isn't the one that you're messaging hoping they message you back. The one that you're writing in your diary, it's not that person. And it's not to say that couldn't happen with that other person, but who's coming up in your reading now is someone who just kind of shows up unexpectedly. For some of you, you don't know this person. Other people, other Aquarians, you do know this person. But again, there's that sense of, oh, well, they're with Susan, they're with Pete, they're with Ben and John and whatever. Like they're not interested, whatever it is, right? They're taken in a sense, even if it's not romantically. There's something about it. It's like you've categorized it in your mind. Like, okay, this person is single, this person is not. I'm almost seeing like lists and organizations. Maybe I don't know if you do recruiting or structuring of people in your company. There's something about putting names under specific, almost I'm seeing like Excel sheets. And obviously in metaphor, you're taking that part of your job home with you and you like internalize that in your personal relationships. Whether or not you realize that your brain is like systematically categorizing people of, and not to sound opportunistic, but like where they fit into your life. In a sense, yes, like what can they offer you in terms of romance, in terms of friendship, and it's not icky or gross. I hope the way I said that didn't turn you off, but it has to do with viewing through a lens of practicality of how much can I give to this relationship and anticipate what I'm going to get back. It's keeping a realistic expectation of relationships in your life. That's all it is. I actually like it quite a bit. But yeah, going back to this, there's an energy, Aquarius, where you're just kind of exhausted. Exhausted by work, exhausted by the kids, exhausted from, maybe you're just feeling jaded from past relationships. But you're sort of like, all right, if this person is interested in me, again, realistically, you're like, how much can I really give to this? All right, so that's kind of a random message in itself. I'm going to throw one more on it, and then we're going to go off in another direction and see what other messages I can get. Tell me a little bit more about this 8 of Cups person coming to Aquarius. This person might be significantly younger than you. Yeah, this person has kept a pulse on you. Obviously for those, if this applies, if this person is already in your life, in your surroundings, this isn't a creepy voyeuristic message, but they've kind of been watching you, whether that's on social media or just seeing how you do things in the workplace, in the office, across the street. Maybe you guys are neighbors, maybe you're in the same apartment building, whatever it is. This person's, it's like they're keeping tabs on you similarly in a way that you're keeping tabs on them. It has nothing to do with like this creepy voyeuristic, oh, like let me take my binoculars. It's not that, right? It's not, they're interested in you. I don't know if it's they see potential in you or they're just curious. It's like they're trying to get a pulse on who's in your life. Maybe they're not sure if you're single. Here's the thing, for a lot of you, this person that is potentially coming into your life, if you want them to, right? No need to fear if you're not ready for that, but you are watching a love reading. This person stayed in a loveless marriage or they stayed in a relationship that was well past its expiration point, but they really struggled to find the motivation to leave because, interestingly, similarly to you, but in a different sense, they were exhausted. It would have taken them a lot of effort, a lot of energy to essentially voice what they were feeling to their person and be like, listen, my heart isn't in this anymore. And so maybe that required them moving. Maybe they had to move back in with mom and dad. it was almost like they left that on the back burner, but they reached a point, very likely in Leo season, where they're like, you know what, I have to speak my truth. So not only did they, or are they going to do that with the person they're currently with, because their eyes are already wandering. I don't think they cheated on their person, just they were staying there because it was comfortable, it was familiar. I mean, let's be real, there's a lot going on in the world right now, right? Making sudden and unexpected changes, like I think we're trying to limit the amount we do that. But ultimately, I do like this person followed their heart and they realized that they have to take the power back of their own life and not settle, right? Not commit themselves to something or someone where it was joyless, there was no passion. So they are getting out of a relationship and I see them coming to you. This definitely feels like something that is going to start as friendship, because I think there's equal amounts of assessment. Yeah, it's presenting as earth energy, so it's going to be very slow. Someone in either you or this person, they're a little bit more traditional in the way that they view relationships. And that's not good or bad. It's just sort of how the message is coming out. But they're not really looking for a hit it and quit it energy. This is not at all a rebound person. That being said, you may have judged the book by the cover. If you were to look at them, there's something very visually stunning and attractive and beautiful, particularly their eyes. Also, the way they dress, their clothing is very interesting. You might be dealing with a Taurus. There's an interest in fashion, and I almost want to say eccentric or wacky fashion. Aquarius, you can jive to that, right? So they may give off the appearance that, and I don't know why I am being told to say this, but they may give off the appearance that they're, I don't know why their fashion would lead you to believe they're hit it and quit it or they're a player. Again, that doesn't totally make sense to me, but if it's your message, you'll know it. You may have written this person off as like a Don Juan DeMarco or the female version of that kind of, and I don't know why that is. Do they show a lot of cleavage or skin or something about the way they dress? You would never anticipate that they're actually quite traditional about relationships. Okay, so that's a message for some of you. So tell me more about how Aquarian should go about this. Any messages for their best and highest good. Spend more time in your garden. If some of you are thinking about taking up gardening, or something about a vegetable garden or flowers, or even just working with flowers, maybe you're arrange flowers, maybe that's just something you've done for pleasure, but I mean, certainly there could be money involved there, but I don't know what it has to do with this, but there's value in spending time, again, in the dirt, in the ground, taking a mud bath, doing a mud facial. I don't know what that is. What is this labyrinth? Universe is saying you're stuck in your mind about something. You're trapping yourself to your own default. Yeah, okay, so you don't even realize this because you're not doing it intentionally. But for my Aquarians who relate to this, you're going about this very cautiously. And there's nothing wrong with that. But by default, you being so internalized and in your head about this, it's saying that you're giving off this vibe of fuck off. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to see you. So just be cautious of that. Be, what is a good word for it? Be not aware, alert, be cognizant. Be cognizant of the vibe you're sending out. And I think that's why you're being told to, for lack of a better expression, spend time in the earth, grounding yourself with nature, a lot of earth energy, because something about that, it raises your vibration, but it like makes your light it makes your light shine brighter. I know these are a lot of like cheesy metaphors I'm speaking in, but it's how the cards are relaying it to me. Unknowingly, when you're in this space of contemplation or just feeling jaded or exhausted or questioning where your love stands, Page of Cups, right? I'm curious, I'm intrigued, but I'm also keeping my distance because I'm not all in yet. Not subconsciously, but sort of. Unknowingly, you're giving off the vibe of, don't talk to me, buddy, I'm not interested. See you later, sister, don't even talk to me. It's not what you're trying to do, but it is, because you have Nine of Wands twice, which is an attitude or it's really what you're giving off, for me as a reader in these two cards. It's the vibe you're giving off is, my defenses are up, back off, I'm not interested, I don't even want to look at you, I don't want to acknowledge you, don't come at me with love offers. So this person is interested, but again, without you even saying it, they know. This person is very intuitive, very psychic. I am getting very strong Taurus vibes, but it could also be an Aries or a water sign. They're holding off because they're kind of like, all right, I think Aquarius is friends with me. They say hello when I say hello, but there's also something about them that like I just can't put my finger on. So nothing about this relationship is zooming in very fast, but it has the potential to work, I think. I'm going to go, let's get some new messages, because I'm not getting too much else from that. It's just saying watch your vibe, but if you're intrigued or curious, you both share that sentiment, so why not, why not discover more? Why not unwrap the gift and see what's actually going on there, right? All right, Aquarius. That was a bit of an untraditional one, but I'm cool with it. Usually I have a very specific spread, and the universe is just like, nope, this is what we're showing Aquarius. Yeah, there's communication coming in for you. With Wheel of Fortune and Eight of Pentacles, this might be someone you work with. Jupiter is all about expansion, and notice how it came out with the money card. The Eight of Pentacles, it's like my artisan apprentice, becoming the master of your craft, doing what you love because it gives you pleasure. This is saying there's opportunities for abundance, possibly money, but specifically regarding the work you're doing, it could just be networking. A whole bunch of word comes in from clients or from, it could be romantic suitors. Maybe you're hitting up the dating apps and there's a lot of swipes in your direction. Do you know what I mean? Very positive cards. All right. Tell me about these messages. What can Aquarius anticipate? Okay, yeah, absolutely. Something from a Sagittarius or a Cancer. There may be rapid action or rapid, almost firing off of texts or emails. Some of those are going to be, there's a heaviness to them. There's anger. There's a little bit of anger, and it may have to do with travel plans. If you had travel plans and they got canceled, or something about the transportation, the train, the plane, the automobile, the Uber, the taxi, the whatever, you may be firing off very angry emails because someone didn't do their job right. Aquarius, watch your tongue. Watch your tongue. No, I'm just kidding. I'm going to keep this about love, but that's for some of you. And again, the universe is just making you aware. Think before you act. Think before you speak, because you may say something in haste because you're angry. Now that goes, or the same thing goes for anger or harsh words I'm getting being directed at a Sagittarius or a Cancer. Opposite of that, you may be getting very kind words from a Sagittarius or a Cancer, particularly a Sagittarius who you may have hooked up with in the past and is wanting to go travel to see you. You may be interested in a Sagittarian or a Cancer, particularly one from your childhood, from the past, from college, from high school, from whatever, but you know that they're already sort of committed. But again, there's more to be discovered there. By no means am I saying, throw yourself into a third-party situation. Again, I personally can't condone that as a tarot reader. But what it is saying is you don't know everything here. So if you do get word from this person and they're coming in romantically, don't shut them off entirely because you know that they have a girlfriend or a boyfriend, because there may have been a split there that you haven't been made aware of. So, don't put up the walls until you know all the facts and all the details, right? Something about a Scorpio, travel or many messages with a Scorpio. The Scorpio may have a little trickster energy to them. The Scorpio may be a bit of a player. But you're going to pursue it anyway. That's what the cards are saying to me. Again, you don't have to, but the cards are saying, generally speaking, Aquarius is going to roll in the direction of the trickster. And it is being, this is also a card of Gemini and Virgo, maybe, but most of all, it is coming off as, it's Mercury energy, right? Communication is strong for you in the coming months and the coming weeks. So, that's positive. It's what you choose to do with that communication. Reciprocity, I like that. So there's a good back and forth, but okay, so, and I don't mean to hate on the player, right? Maybe that's all you're looking for, and there is nothing wrong with that, Aquarius, right? If you're not interested in long-term partnership, hell yeah, jump on that opportunity. But again, set realistic expectations, because there is a player-like energy where this person is probably giving to more than one person. But in terms of their communication back and forth, there will be reciprocity. They will reach out to you if you reach out to them. But again, you're not the only person they're reaching out to. Hence the many messages of communication, right? There's some there, there's some there. Yeah, there might be third-party activity with you, a Sag, and a Cancer. And I'm not saying you're necessarily aware of that, but again, get the facts, get the data, get the statistics. We're headed into Virgo season. Mercury, the mind, the intelligence, the information, the details available to us. Don't be afraid to dig deeper. That Scorpio energy, go deep, go extreme. All right, Aquarius, that was kind of a cool message. Pisces, Neptune energy. Yeah, spend time in your imagination. Something about that, it's going to be helpful to your career. Be more imaginative, be more creative about all the skills you already possess, utilizing those in a different way or in a slightly different capacity to up your game in your career field, or to up your resume, to beef up your resume. Because there's things, there's potential right in front of you on the table, but you're not actually utilizing it to the best of your ability right now. All right, Aquarius, that's what I got for you for love. Let's hop over to our beautiful friends, the Libra gang. What's up, Libras? How you guys doing? Libra. My Libra gang. Let's get some love messages for Libra. Tell me about the person coming up in Libra's spread, what the universe wants Libra to know about them. See, think, feel, hear, and then it's up to you guys if you're gonna take on these messages, right? Never force anything to fit your circumstance or scenario. Take away messages for your best and highest good. Libra. All right, there's a little bit of chatter by the water cooler. Interesting. You guys always get the mean girl energy. So don't be part of the mean girl tribe, Libra, right? I don't gotta tell you that, but all right, let's see. And I don't mean to deter you. That's one random message. That's not the theme of your spread, okay? You have the Sun. Great card coming up. It's a card of Leo. Was there celebratory news that happened to you in Leo season? Did you get recognition at work? Did you get a promotion? Did someone propose to you in Leo season? There's the timestamp of Leo season, which is officially over, right? I'm recording this, I think, the first or second day of Virgo season, So yeah, something positive that already transpired, that's going to continue to grow. Okay, for a lot of you, it was rebirthing yourself from into a new social circle, into a new group, because you may have been hanging out with catty people. I'm not making it gender specific, but I am hearing the term like mean girl. So yeah, if you were part of a tribe that was keeping you down, people who were very critical of you, literally the movie Mean Girls, that's sort of what I'm getting. If you were in like a very cliquey type environment, it may have been survival of the fittest, especially if it was at work. You may have felt like you had to make it work. You had to, fake it essentially in order to fit in with the people. There was a dawning or a recognition that you were never meant to, this is great, you were never meant to fit in with them. You were meant to stand out. You were meant to be different. That knowledge came to a lot of my Libras in Leo season. If it didn't, there's no timestamp on when that message is good. You're going to be so much happier when you learn that it's okay to separate yourself from the pack. And that in itself is such a Libra message to me, because you guys are the house of partnership, right? Those one-to-one relationships are essential for you. So when you struggle to have that, it feels really lonely, right? And I'm not at all saying you're codependent, but it is in your nature to want to be in the group scenario, to make it work, to bring scales, right? Peace and balance and harmony. And so when you're in some sort of environment where there's a lot of, I don't know if it's hostility or jealousy, it's like deer in headlights. You don't know what to do with that. But a lot of my Libras, not everyone, it may be your natural inclination to go, oh, well, this is what the group is doing, so how do I best serve the group and mix to forge those relationships? This is saying, who have you been forging relationships with? How have you been forcing those not to your best and highest good? There's a recognition, the Page of Swords, the intelligence, the information comes to you, maybe in Virgo season, right? I think of like the Magician card, which is all about communication, that, oh, I found a new tribe, and these people are so much more fun and so much better than what I was settling for. The Five of Wands is about competition. It's about zesty tempers. It's about arguments. Yes, I want to be clear, this is going to be a love and romance reading, but these messages are coming out for a reason. So maybe this has to do with your love life, but this may also have to do with your work life, which by default, it's like a domino effect. Being around that energy, it was negatively impacting your headspace, your heart space, your energy. Your vibe attracts your tribe. If you're hanging out with lower vibrational people, that's what you're bringing out to the coffee meets bagel date. That's what you're bringing on your freaking, what do they call those dating apps? Your Tinder profiles, without even realizing it. You were absorbing their energy the same way they potentially were absorbing yours. So anyway, it ends up being very beautiful, but just be aware of who you're hanging out with right now. That's not a message that you need to fear or internalize, but just be aware of it, right? Give me one more card. Yeah, and there's that Magician. I was feeling that earlier. All right, so a bit of a crossroads in your love life, potentially with another Libra. Though you are very undecided. Libra, you never. That's okay, Libra. That's in your nature to weigh out the options. That's fine. That's exactly what you're doing. There you are, the Justice card. Two of Wands. This may involve an Aries or a Libra. Again, you may be dating a Libra or thinking about it. Part of this has to do with taking action forward or not taking action forward. A Virgo wants to be seen too. This is saying you need to make a decision in Virgo season or about the Virgo. It may have to do with the idea of needing to move or travel to be with someone, to see someone. And you may be at a point in your career where you're kicking ass and you can't afford to drive into the city every weekend to see your sweetheart. So there's a difficult decision you have to make about what is just, what is best for you. For a lot of you, I'm not saying you have to be single, but you may need to stand strong in your independence for the next few weeks or months with the Hermit card showing up. And again, that's a timestamp of Virgo season. Maybe some of you are going to make the decision to, justice can also be a card of marriage on occasion. Make that contract with your partner and combine, two wands, two paths into one. Maybe you're going to merge households. Maybe you're going to move in with your person, particularly if it is a Virgo. Libra and Virgo are very strong here. Virgo again. Yeah, a lot of Virgo energy going on here. What a beautiful deck. I love this deck. All right, so what's going on here? Let's throw some new messages down. You have great cards. You really do. Excuse me. I was like, as my voice cracks halfway through my sentence. So there was a certain system of belief or a certain idea that you were holding on to. That's the same message I'm getting again. It's not that you didn't want to see the other side of it. You held it as truth because it was almost force-fed to you, potentially in your childhood or as an adult. Regarding dating, there was a certain value or ethic or belief you had. And it's not to say it's wrong. What I'm telling you is you do have a change of heart about it. You start to open yourself up in a new direction. And again, I don't know what this is, but it's for the better. Maybe you release control over, it's not so much setting a standard for who you're dating. I believe in that, but maybe you were setting too high a standard. Very likely, Libra, you were setting too low a standard. As I'm saying, you were attracting, chatty, superficial, cutthroat people, like people who talk shit behind your back, even in your dating life. You may have, I don't know why or what this would be, but you'll know if it's your message. Holding on to a person, but at your own detriment. It's like, oh, well, we've been together 3 months. Yeah, but they were a fucking asshole. And I'm not saying that's true for everyone, but do you understand? You have a recognition of, oh, I should let go. This isn't for me. This isn't good for me. Again, it doesn't have to be your husband. It doesn't have to be your wife. It may have to do with a relationship. This is a relationships reading. Whatever that decision is that you were holding on to or not making for so long, you do move forward with a decision, and it yields beautiful results. The sun is about growth and creativity, spiritual growth, right? Rebirth as well. There's such a metaphor here of like rebirthing yourself into a new environment or into the same environment but with a new perspective, with some sort of awakening or some sort of innovative idea that you've been sitting on. Why does this feel like a career reading, Libra? Are you doing that? Do you want the career reading? Okay, take it by all means if it's yours, but some sort of innovative idea that you were holding on to at work because you didn't think the audience would be receptive to it. You didn't think your boss would acknowledge you. I think in a sense you developed this very strong pride of, you know what, this is a great idea. And if I don't share it, then why? Like, what is the point? You speak your truth, and it scares you to do it, to take some sort of risk where you advocate for yourself or share your idea. Make sure you get credit for it. I will say that. Make sure if it's some document you're passing on, make sure your name is all over it. Make sure you have copies of it saved to your computer. Make sure you get credit, acknowledged for it. But I think it will be warmly received by the people who matter. If this does have to do with something at work, yeah, there's still going to be a lot of like just bullshit energy. Just people who like to tear you down because it makes them feel better. Don't even focus on that. Go to the people who matter. Go to the people who impact your money, who impact your yeah, your stream of income, because look how happy they are by your idea, especially if you work in a group of women or some sort of client base or a product that is catered to women or tailored to women. Even if you work with dating apps, something, oh, how interesting. That would be such an interesting career for Libras. Something involving dating, right? Like merchandising dating apps or something like that. You have very good ideas with huge growth for potential, because yeah, you do. You're the damn magician, right? You have the power, all the tools on your table. It's just about manifesting it into creation, right? Into a tangible. Yeah, a lot of you are choosing to leave someone behind who they treat you like you're the extra. This person loves to go out and party with their friends. And here's the thing, generally speaking, my spreads are not gender specific, but I will relay this message because I think it is important. A lot of you are dating somebody. Okay, I was just told no, it's not gender specific. Okay, so disregard that then. Whatever gender you are, whatever gender you are seeking, that's not important. What is important is that it's your partner is spending more time with their friends, with their gal pals, with their bros, with their tribe, with their posse, but excluding you. It feels like they are not merging the two. It feels like they go off and do their thing, and you're like, but like you're getting left behind. You're getting sick of it. You're kind of like, you know what? Like, I'm always here for them. I'm always extending the invite for them to come with me. Like, even if, like, I'm not trying to do gender stereotypes, but just to express what I'm saying. Your boyfriend doesn't invite you to whatever, the football parties, but you invite him to go, you know, whatever, to the scrapbooking party at your and it's the principle of it, right? It's not that you expect that he wants to scrapbook with you, but the invitation is there. It's like, babe, let's spend time together. This is something I love. I'd love for you to meet my friends. You know, come over. We're going to cook dinner together, whatever. There's a dividing line, even if it is a same-sex partnership. Nonetheless, it's the same message. It's saying you extend the invite for your person to join your group of friends, but it's not vice versa, and it makes you feel sad, but you're also getting kind of pissed off about it. That's for some of you, right? For others of you, you have to make a very difficult decision about a Virgo or a Gemini in your life. It's very likely someone you work with, but it could also be a relationship. It could be both. It could be someone you're dating and you happen to work with them as well. It says there is no right or wrong answer, and I don't mean to say it as a cop-out, but it's saying, you know, this is a Libra card, internally, Two of Swords. You have to disconnect from those around you. Don't listen to the friends. It's okay to seek advice with those you trust, but ultimately the decision comes down to you. So don't pass off the responsibility of making it. Don't pass off your power, in a sense, the sword, right, which is your air suit, Libra. The decision is yours to make. The best way to make this decision is to go internal. There's no hangman here. The hangman is about externally understanding. Here it's internal. It's the moon, right? It's what already your subconscious already knows. Feel it out, right? Cancer. This is the moon in Cancer. There's a lot of moon energy here. A lot of you need to be participating in like new moon, full moon rituals, lighting candles, manifestations, making wishes, writing in your journal, whether that's career or romance related. You need to put more effort into that. Yeah, you should be getting what you put out, but that's a message. Are you putting out enough? Are you putting enough effort? For most of you, are you putting enough effort into your relationships? Hang with me. For most of you, the message is yes, you're putting too much. You're going above and beyond. You're throwing parties for your significant other, but they forgot your birthday. Do you understand what I mean? Reciprocity is very important in your relationships, and that's what this is saying. There is not reciprocity right now for a lot of my Libras, and it's saying be aware of that, and whatever it is, vocalize it. Take action on it. Don't just hold back because it's scary. Don't hold back because you're comfortable with your person. It's not to say everything has to end. You don't have to have a tower moment. You just need to say, hey, you know what? I've had a change of heart about this, and essentially, you phrase it how you want. It's like, this type of behavior is no longer acceptable because it makes me feel this way. I feel neglected when you don't invite me to hang out. That being said, I mean, let's flip the coin. Are you over dependent on this person? Are you being codependent? Just posing the question. For a lot of you, this has to do with a Taurus or a male earth sign, whether you're male or female, a male earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. You have good money cards at the job. I just keep wanting to tell you that. Your King of Pentacles loves your idea. Your King of Pentacles wants to celebrate you, particularly if you have a boss that is an earth sign or a Leo. Now, that being said, if it doesn't have to do with your career, if you are single and looking, my bets would be on the Earth sign or the Leo. You have very positive cards with those energies. Yeah, there's wish fulfillment coming in, but it's not here yet. And then an Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Something about that was they gave to you and then they took it back. What is that about? The Fool. So some of you are dealing with someone who's foolish, literally the Fool, someone who doesn't know what they want. So again, intuitively, Libra, you know this. Trust your instincts. If they don't know what they want, then don't expect them to know that they love you, okay? For others of you, there was a swing and a miss because of divine timing, but there's very fond feelings of affection there, equally so, particularly with a Leo, where it's not to say it could never happen, but it was giveth and taketh away, because the universe said, maybe, but not right now. That might be coming in for you. 9 of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. There was a glimmer of hope. There was a seed of growing love, if you will. Cheesy, I know, with this person, but the universe was like, no. Like, I showed you that to get you excited, to get you in, like, to get your head in the game, to show you what you're capable of manifesting and creating. But let's focus on you. Let's build a little bit more in terms of, I think the way you value yourself in love relationships is really what I'm getting. But yeah, in terms of like an old flame, again, as long as there's no hostility or they treated you like shit, that's not what this is saying. If there was a swing and a miss, like, oh man, it could have been good, but then they moved to Boston, that might be coming back around, okay? All right, Libra, that's kind of what I got for you. The messages are pretty straightforward, so let me know in the comments below if any of that resonates. It's very positive, but your vibe attracts your tribe. That's definitely what I get for most of you out there. All right, let's see. Gemmy Gems. Actually, I'm going to take a swig of water now so I don't have to bore you with that. Timestamp after the swig of water for Gemini. Who's studying palmistry? I just saw that. I heard that. Palmistry, studying of the hand. I would love to know how to do that. I have a book on it, but I haven't read it yet. I'm fascinated by all that kind of stuff. Who's a good palm reader? Give me some suggestions in the comment box. Anybody read palms? All right. Gemini, my beautiful Gemini twins. How the heck are you? It's been forever. I hope you're doing well. I just chatted with my best friend. She's a Gemini. Chatted with her this morning for, I don't know, 2 hours maybe. Delightful. Love my gems. I am blessed to have many beautiful Geminis in my life. And you guys get a bad rap, don't you, in dating? Let's course correct, right? Let's show the world how freaking awesome Geminis are. I'm biased because I have a lot of Gemini in my chart too. Did I just give myself a compliment in reverse? I think I did. Anyway, what's up, Gemini? Ooh, communication. Let's absolutely take that. Love it. Tell me about Gemini's love life, please, Spirit. What does Gemini need to know about their love life? Potentially the person they're thinking of, what they can expect or anticipate, the energies they can work with and utilize. So there's conflict about a Cancer. You're conflicted about a Cancer or traveling. Particularly, you may be in competition with someone else's affection, potentially another air sign, another Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. There may be a Cancer that you're going toe-to-toe with or butting heads with. There's zesty tempers with a Cancer, or you may be vying to get a Cancer's attention. You've set lots of love arrows, like Cupid's love arrows their way, but you feel like they missed their target. It could be that, if you sent something to someone's home, you got word that they were traveling, and so the box is just sitting on their doorstep. Again, very strongly a Cancer or a Sagittarius there. And then Sagittarius comes out. Thank you, Spirit. Yes. I love when you get confirmations like that. Okay, so there's also a Cancer and a Sagittarius that is fighting in your life. Now, Gemini, if you strongly resonate with one of those signs, if that's your moon or your rising or your Venus for that matter, right? This is a love reading. Something about that is important. You may be, there's arguments. There's lots of arguments with a Cancer and a Sagittarius. And it may have to do with money or work or someone who has a very traditional viewpoint. It may even have to do with religious beliefs, or I'm not sure if that's the correct way to say it. I'm just going to say a belief that someone holds very true. It's a traditional belief that they've always carried. somebody comments on that, or I don't know if they attack them on it, but it does sort of, it's a little bit vicious. It's a little bit sassy. I don't know what this has to do with you, but maybe you're one of these people, Gemini, or maybe you're in the thick of the middle of it. Maybe it's your two siblings, maybe it's your two parents, maybe it's your two boyfriends, Gemini. Is that what this is? You got two? Something about an Aries may factor into this. Yeah, but someone felt personally attacked, and so it's mass chaos. And yeah, I do sort of get that you're in the center of it, particularly if your father is a Sagittarius. And again, that doesn't even have to be the people fighting. That's just confirmation for those who relate to this. If your father is a Sagittarius, something about this is important for you. And if not, that's okay, right? All right, so there is an earth sign wanting to make an offer to you, but I feel attacked. So I don't know if you're overwhelmed by things at work or some sort of decision to make. Oh, okay. You may also have two people fighting for your attention too. And if that's the case, if two people are fighting for your attention, one of it would involve travel. Does that make sense? So if these are two romantic suitors, Gemini, one of them lives at a much greater distance than the other. The practical decision, the traditional decision, is to go with the one that does not involve travel, but I can already tell where this is going, but you're probably going to go the other way. If you're in a third-party situation and you are the mastermind, a spirit is saying, cut it. You need to end it. Scorpio. Yeah, absolutely. Tradition, fatherhood, it's very stern. It's a card of Aries. It's very headstrong. I'm just being called to say the logic of this conflict, just so you can see what I'm looking at. Conflict, competition, fiery tempers, confusion. What action do I take? It's a 5, so it's change and chaos. Which way do I go? Who do I turn to? There's this option. It could even be the traditional route of the father, or what your father preaches to you, what your Sagittarius, what your Aries is saying, versus the unexpected, the travel, the going in a new direction, potentially with a Cancer, though it doesn't have to be. Look, that's where the love lies, right? It should really be like this. Can you guys see those cards? Again, everybody has free will, Gemini. You can do exactly what you want to do. You're either going to go towards the Cancer, or the one that involves travel, or the one that is a-traditional, the one that is anti what your family or your father preaches, or it goes against what you've always done. So then, anyway, there's an earth sign coming in, but what is this? I feel attacked. Did this person insult you unknowingly? Oh, okay, you may have an earth sign coming to apologize to you if they said something. Maybe that has to do with this fight. Could be an entirely different message. Or there's an earth sign, a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, who is interested in you, but they sense that your walls are up. They sense that you're exhausted, but there's also a sense of anticipation, but not in a good way. I don't know. Okay, this may be an unwanted suitor or an unwanted offer, Gemini. There may be someone who you flat out know they're flirting with you and you've kind of been ignoring it, but it comes to a point where it's like, you don't need to fear this. It's not like you're in fear for your life or safety. It's not that. It's just they almost corner you where you feel like you have to respond, but you are so not interested. That's sort of what I'm getting. Now, for all my earth sign cross watchers, that doesn't have to be you, right? That there could be another earth sign that's wandering around Gemini. But I will say, for my earth signs cross-watching on Gemini, if you're approaching Gemini and you keep commenting on their posts and sending them texts and they're not responding, that's a sign. They're like, thank you, but no thank you. They're not romantically interested. And you'll know that, guys, right? Yeah, so then there's anxiety about something. I feel like you don't want to let this person down. For a lot of you Geminis, there's an earth sign interested in you, but they're just a friend, and that's how you see them. So you're kind of like, I don't know how to say this because I don't want to hurt their feelings, but it's like, I'm not interested and I don't want, like, there's a lot of, your mind is swimming with how do I handle this? There's a lot of players involved here too. And interesting, okay, that phrase came out for a reason. Players in the terms of looking for sexual conquest. That's not what I meant, but that message came out for a reason. What I meant to say is there's a lot of people involved in whatever is giving you anxiety. There's a lot of zodiac signs involved. Something about the quilt. Who gave you the quilt? Or are you sewing? Are you quilting something? Are you Is something about a sentimental message that a parent or a grandparent, or like, I don't know, embroidery or crochet, or what do you call those little circle things? Are those, I don't know, needlepoint? Is that what that is? I don't know what that has to do with it. Somebody cried while they were sewing. Or maybe you pricked your finger. Somebody's crying when they're sewing. Maybe that's your mother. Are your parents going through a divorce? Okay. Again, I'm not predicting this for everyone. You'll know if it's your story, but somebody feels isolated, particularly someone who has strong Scorpio in their chart, because there was a tower that they were trying to avoid, but the tower came down anyway. There was an unexpected, though really I'm not sure how unexpected it was. There was an avoidance to deal with something that was smacking you in the face, Gemini, or again, this could be your person or someone in your life, where it was clear as day someone needed to take action on this because they were stuck in an unhealthy situation or dimming their light to fit in with someone who wasn't treating them right. There was an avoidance of it, but then it reached its boiling point and it all came crashing down. Again, I don't mean to make you fearful of that, but again, you'll know if it's your story. This would be a long time coming. When you're in the tower, you're living in the dark. You're not seeing things with visibility. You're not seeing things from a higher vibration, because who's in the tower with you? The devil, right? Possibly a Capricorn, doesn't have to be. Lower vibrational energy, codependence, addiction issues, right? The tower is coming down, so don't fight it. Embrace it. Know that when the tower comes down, that is universe coming in to save you. Maybe that's what this is. Maybe this is your guardian angel. The tower comes down to usher in healing and insight and alignment to your path. After the tower comes the star, a card of Aquarius. Maybe some of you have a blossoming or a blooming relationship with an Aquarius. If that's the case, kick ass. Do it, Gemini. For a lot of you, though, this indicates that you've settled for a person who is not good for you. They don't treat you right. This could even be like an abusive relationship. God forbid. I certainly would never want to predict that, but let's be real. That happens. So if that is you, save yourself, or the universe is gonna come in and save you. Either way. And I don't say that to give up action. I'm not saying, oh, well, the universe will figure it out for me. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. You guys know that, Gemini. But this is meant to illuminate you, to awaken you, to give you some sort of jolt in the right direction. For a lot of you, that right direction is with an Aquarius. It's not to say you were in an abusive relationship or something threatening your safety, but you were with someone who was sneaking around. As I said, there's players around. There's a player energy that you were settling for. Homie, don't play that. They were a clown, right? Homie the Clown. Did anybody watching Living Color? I love that show. It's so good. Although I feel like I don't know if the climate now allows itself to be, I'm not going to go there, whatever. I'm not going to take a political stance on In Living Color, but I did love that show in the 90s. It was great. Have faith that your ships are coming in, because look, they are. They absolutely are. Look at that. This is the sun in Aries, having hope, having faith in growth, in renewal, that God is looking out for you. Sorry, God, spirit, source, those are replaceable, you know. Two of Cups is a good match. It's a good partnership. Even if you're not looking for romantic love, if you're just looking for new friends, it's coming in. Your ships are coming in the form of Two of Cups. So I would take that message and run with it. Whatever you're looking for, there's partnership on the horizon. It's coming in. Take time to understand what you are seeking in partnership, what you were settling for in partnership, and what changes you want to make in your own personal life, Gemini. Yeah, you hold the power in your hands. You make the decisions. You are the deciding factor in what is acceptable and what is no longer. A lot of you are going to move in with your person quite quickly, actually, I'm getting. Even if you don't know this person yet, I heard shotgun wedding. I think for most of you, that's not the actual term. It's trying to get me to say it's very fast. It's very quick. So you may fall head over heels with someone who you don't even know yet. It might come in quite fast. Yeah, this is about, I think this is Mars in Aries. I've been really trying to force myself to learn the planet connections. And Mars is about power. Again, who holds the world? Who holds the power? You. Who runs the world? Girls. Let's switch decks. Yeah, let's definitely switch decks. I don't want to give you that message. Five of Pentacles. Give me some romance angels, please. Release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. Shouldn't we all? Shouldn't we all? Yeah, getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. And that flew out over this. A lot of twos, a lot of decisions, a lot of options. With fire and cups, this could indicate passion and love. It could also indicate fire signs and water signs. Aries, Leo, Sag, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. It's coming in. Are you ready for it? Do you want it? Is there unfinished business, unsettled business internally that you need to do? Is there some internal work that Spirit is trying to get you to see? This is a card to me of feeling so lonely and isolated, like it's just a chilly winter day and there's no one out there but you. Where is everybody? Let's put a positive spin on this, and maybe this card is saying get away. Get away from the hustle and bustle. Get away from the crazy people in your life. Remove yourselves from arguments that really don't involve you, that maybe people are trying to what is that word? Suck you into the drama. Maybe this is saying just chill. Literally, right? Chill. Freeze. Freeze everything and just meditate. Breathe. Think about what you really want. Feel what it would feel like to be in a relationship where there is never-ending amounts of love, where the cup is always refilling itself because there's kick-ass relationships. Now, I did accidentally pull this card, or not accidentally, nothing is accidental in tarot. This card is a card of rejuvenation and self-healing, focusing on your own growth and development. One foot in the pool of intuition, the other staying grounded on land, practicality. There's a sun in the horizon, right? There's a sun coming in. The sun in, I think this is the sun in Aries. Possibly a Leo, possibly a Sagittarius, which is the Temperance card. Some of you have addiction issues with alcohol. Some of you are self-medicating with alcohol or any substance. And, you smoke weed on occasion. Okay, cool. But it might be dimming your light, your vibe in ways that you don't realize, right? Are we good? Are we good? We'll throw one more. I can't just end it with, are we good, Gemini? All right. So for those of you who are still here, Haunted House Tarot. This is actually one of my favorite tarot decks. Surprisingly enough, you would think Haunted House Tarot shows very brutal and scary images. It doesn't. The art on these cards is incredible. Seriously, top 5 favorite tarot decks, Haunted House Tarot. Absolutely. I would say top 3. So for anyone who reads tarot, Magician, there you are. Welcome to my home. Are you throwing a fancy dinner party? And 10 of Cups. That's what I mean. There is something to do with the home, possibly a Cancer, where you move in with someone very quickly, Gemini, and it potentially has everlasting love. I did say shotgun wedding, the wedding dress, and notice who's in the background, the twins. So this might be you, or this might be someone in your life where things escalate very quickly, but with 10 of Cups, it's saying it's in the name of love. There's a lot of love there. To me as a reader, anytime you see a rainbow, it's like an homage to Sagittarius, that Temperance card. So, and that's what came out originally, right? Way back when, right? There were difficult decisions to make about, I lost it now. The Cancer and the Sagittarius were coming out together. And that's what this to me is too. Something about the house and the home, the 4th house, which is Cancer. And then you're right there too. Are you moving in with a Cancer or a Sag? Are you moving out from a marriage with a Cancer or a Sag? You may be meeting another Gemini too. It could be romantic, but for a lot of you, I think it's friendship. There's new friendship with a Gemini on the horizon. All right, Gemmy Gems. That's what I got for you. Knight of Swords, that's you too. And Judgment, making clear decisions about the past and moving into new cycles. Music is very important to you. Some of you may be meeting a musician or spending more time playing your instrument, listening to your records, whatever that is. Music is important for you in the coming weeks regarding your relationships. Maybe those lyrics or poetry or whatever it is, maybe that's significant to you in your love life. Listen, auditory cues are going to be important for you. Again, with a Sagittarius, you and the Magician. Okay, so the Magician is Gemini energy. I know there's another Gemini around you, but there's also Virgo coming through here too. So Virgo, Sag, Gemini, Cancer, doesn't really matter. Do you, Gemini? But decide what you want, because it's funny, the whole your ships are coming in. I almost think there's 3 options on the horizon, whether they're in your life now or you're not aware of them. It feels like the universe is purposely not yet, guys, not yet. Don't, it's I know this is a weird message, but it's the universe is saving these until you're at a better mental state to welcome them in. Because again, that 9 of Swords is your energy. Whatever this is, and possibly connected to the Tower, we got to figure out what that 9 of Swords is, because it's impacting your love life. I said the same thing to Aquarius, even if you don't mean to, there's a vibe about you, Gemini, that has a little bit of like a fuck off quality. Just posing the question, why do you think that is? Where is that coming from? Are you so stressed out to be around your best friend who's always in a tumultuous relationship that when you're around people, it's like your gut reaction is to be like, ugh. There's something almost like disgust, like pushing it away from you, but it's subconscious. You're not even aware you're doing it. So universe is like, wake up! Why are we doing this? Let's become aware. Let's have an epiphany. Let's have some insight. So a lot of you, again, Aquarius might be on the horizon, or if you're with an Aquarius currently and just kind of peeping in to see where things are, something very positive is coming with the Aquarius. So all right, guys, that's what I got for you. Please do like, share, subscribe. Let me know in the comments down below what resonates. I will see you very soon for more tarot. Bye.